Hello, friends. Whether you're here live or you're watching the recording, I am glad to get to spend a few minutes with you and kind of dive into simplifying things, keeping things streamlined. But before I get into all of that tonight, I really wanted to start tonight off. I know the theme that a lot of you have expressed to me are struggling with incorporating in your busy lives is consistency. Consistency seems to be the theme that a lot of people struggle with. But consistency, if you can breed it into your business, in your life, I really believe in any aspect of your life, you will breed a lot of great results. But making consistency a habit is hard. But the question that I want to ask each of you tonight, and you can message this to me privately, but I just want you to think about it, is you said yes, and you're here for a reason. Whether that's to bring money and to, help your family in a financial way, whether that's to make impact or whether that's to have community. But the reality is this business is so rewarding and it's absolutely incredible. But when it gets hard, because there are times, like anything good in life, it will be hard. Why do you stick around? Do you stick around because you know that you want to create more financial possibility for your family? Do you stick around because you know that impacting people is worth the hard moments? Or do you stick around because the community to you? I don't know what your reason is, but I want you to think about that. And I want you to let me know, because that reason is what's going to keep you going when it feels difficult or when life feels full, because we're all going to go through ebbs and flows and seasons where things feel hard. And I think right now, more than ever, the world feels weird, the world feels hard. And so we can tend to feel that way no matter what our life feels like, because it's just the energy that is all around us. And so we have to rise up and choose to be different. But we need people around us that are going to surround us and say, hey, I want you to keep going. I want you to keep going even when this feels hard. And so tonight I just want to dive into the ATM system, just to kind of create some clarity on what I'm going to talk about, why this system is so amazing, and how it's going to create a lot of consistency in your business if you use it correctly. And then I want to talk about bingo. I created a bingo for our team for the month and the prizes that I want to award for those of you that participate in that. And then I want to talk about maximizing your 15 to 30 minutes that you're going to spend on your business. I was listening to a podcast this week talking about time. And I think all of you would agree with me on this. If you were to set a timer and say, okay, I'm going to work on this for 15 minutes. And you were to put the moon on your phone, set your phone down, set a timer, and you were to work for 15 minutes. The psychology of that is that you are going to get more done in those 15 minutes probably than if you were to sit there for an hour thinking that you were doing the exact same thing. And so that is what I want to challenge you. I know that time is limited for a lot of you. Some of you, that is a true objection. You don't have a lot of time in your day. A lot of other people, you can create time for things that are important to you. I believe that about anything in our lives. We create time for what's important to us. And so I want to challenge you to, when you sit down to work on your business, to set a timer. If you are committed to working for 30 minutes, and you want to break it up into 15-minute increments, then set a timer for 15 minutes and say, okay, today I'm going to work on this 15-minute increment is going to be reaching out to people. You set your phone, or, whatever the distraction is for you. You set the moon on your phone. When the moon's on my phone, the texts don't come down. They just go into my inbox silently. And so you can get a lot of things done. And I want you, when people respond, to not respond in that 15-minute block. Focus on reaching out to people and keep the phone silent. And then later, when you go back for your next 15-minute block, you go back and do the response piece, or you save that for the next day. But breaking up our day into 15-minute increments of time, I think, is going to reap a lot of productivity. I know it's going to reap a lot of productivity for each of you that don't have a lot of time. And so I want you to focus on reaching out, 15 minutes of reaching out, 15 minutes of following up. And then what if you took 15 minutes of social media and then 15 minutes of ATMing, where you're adding people in to the ATM. So your 15 minutes of reaching out to people is, hey, we have got an amazing group going that I am so excited to share with you. can I add you to it? You know, those are the messages that you send out in your reach outs. Then the follow-up is following up with people that maybe you messaged the day prior. And then your social media. What is your social media post going to be today? How are you going to impact and inspire people today? It doesn't necessarily have to be with Juice Plus. You guys know let's not spam social media with all Juice Plus stuff. But what's your post going to be? How are you going to inspire? And then your other 15 minutes is actually adding people to the ATM and tagging them in the content that you want them to view. So I'm going to pull up my screen here and show you the ATM system, which, let's see here. Okay. If you have not watched this video, I want to encourage you to watch it. Okay, so in the unit section of our page, if you scroll down, you'll see what is the ATM. This is a video that Jamie made that is about 11 minutes long. It's incredible, and it talks all about the ATM system and how to use it. ATM stands for add, tag, message. So you are asking permission to add someone to the group. Once they give you their permission, you message them and say, hey, here's the link to the group. You get them in, you tag them in content that you believe would speak to them, that you feel like is something that pertains to them. And then you follow up with the message. And so that is, once they're in the message section, they would be considered in your follow-up for that next day of your 15-minute block. So the reason this system is so easy, guys, is because we are always talking about how we want that third-party validation. You can hear about something. My mom heard about Juice Plus like 3 different times in a 15-year period. And it was somebody's story that, third-party validation that validated that one time. And she was like, the light bulb just came on. And so when everybody gets into a group and they see everybody raving about something that's incredible, if they've had any doubt, all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, all these people, they're taking it too. They love it. Why would I not take this? And so that is the cool thing about these groups, if you utilize them correctly, is that you're getting this third-party validation that you wouldn't necessarily get in a one-on-one just conversation with somebody, because if they've never heard of Juice Plus before, they're like, well, why haven't I heard of this? And so that's the cool piece about this group. And this is how it can create consistency for you. Here's a way, it's the same message. I always talk about, we often overcomplicate when we try to explain what Juice Plus is. But when we use a tool or someone else's story, it is the same message said the same way, sometimes in different ways for different people, and it speaks to different people in different ways. And so this group is going to give you the ability, to reach a lot of people with not a lot of time. And so that's why I think it's so important for us to get into a groove of committing to, okay, how many people do I want to add to this a day? And that goal is going to look different for each and every one of you, because you're all at different places and you all want different things. But based on what your goals are, because goals motivate us, no matter who you are, no matter what your personality is, goals motivate us. I know everybody is motivated, and it looks different for everyone, but people are motivated by goals. We love to work towards things. And I think the people, especially in this business, feel that way, because you wouldn't be here if you weren't motivated by goals. But so whatever your goal is for this month, and that's going to look different for everyone. Let's commit to a certain number of people that we're adding to the ATM. And here's what I'm going to say to you too. Add both to the product and the business. Don't make a decision for people that they may not want to hear about the business, because you never know what adding them may do. They may not want to grow a business. They may just want to pay for their product. But if you make the decision for them before you add them, you've already crossed them off the list and not given them an opportunity to hear about our incredible community. And I know the business often feels the most intimidating to people, and people are not always quick to add to the business page. But here's what I say to people. Hey friend, I would love for you to also be included in our business page, our community, and you can earn or learn how to get your product at the best possible price. There's nothing threatening, nothing hard about that. It is a simple, hey, this option is open to you if you want it. You're leaving the ball in their court. You are just the messenger. You are not the message. The message is already there for you. So that is the ATM system and why I believe that it's so important for our businesses, and why I want to encourage you to, if you are spending 30 minutes on your business every day, commit to, a certain number of people. Come to me and we can kind of come up with a plan for how we want that to look for you, how many people we want to add, and start going down your list and commit to doing that every single day, and commit one day a week to do, your 15 minutes, you have to find what works for you, guys. That's the reality and the beauty of this business. I may say 15, 15, 15, and you're like, no, I'd rather do 30. And that's perfectly fine. It's not one size fits all here. But you've got to find your groove. And so I just want to encourage you though, whatever you do, be consistent with it for a week or two and then evaluate how it felt. Or if you do it a day and you're like, this doesn't feel right, change it up. But try to be consistent, because consistency breeds results. I am case in point of that in my business. I mean, I have been consistent throughout time. And even when things feel slower, when you're consistent, things still move. And so I just want to encourage you, consistency breeds results. I know I can say that till I'm blue in the face, but okay. So with that said, I wanted to create a fun incentive for this month for those of you that are not participating in the Core 30 group, which Candace, the Core 30 group is basically, that is like the core rank. So after Partner Plus is QSC, which is after you hit that, that's QSC is core rank. And so we run, I'm not sure if we're going to do them every month or every other month, but a group of people go for core rank at the same time. And there's daily actions steps in that. And so for those of you that aren't participating in that, that's where I kind of created this bingo thing to help create something fun where you can check things off, mark. I don't know about you, but I will sometimes just put something on my to-do list after I did it because I love the way it feels to check it off. And so, excuse me, I'm going to share with you here the bingo that I created for this month. And so here's the deal with this bingo. If you black out the bingo, it's an automatic $50. If you get one row, which you'll see there's 5 different rows, if you get one row, you're going to be entered to win a $25 Amazon gift card. So for every row that you get, if you did 3 rows or whatever, then you get your name entered 3 times. So the goal around the bingo is you're working on the ATM, you are sharing on social media, you're, getting samples out to people, you're hosting events, and you are, what was the other thing? Oh, obviously when you get orders, they're on here too. So this is what our bingo for this month looks like. And I'm going to share this on, can everybody see this? Excuse me. I'm going to share this on our team page. Save this. But as you complete things, if you order samples for your business, if you do a sample giveaway weekly, if you get a complete order, if you get a trio order, if you decide you want to be a part of our book club, that's going to count. Schedule a 15-minute coaching call with me. Those all things. And here's the deal, guys. If you black this out, not only are you going to get $50, but I can guarantee you your check's going to grow and your business is going to grow that month because there's intentional activity on here. That's awesome. So $50 for blackout, no questions asked. And then if you complete a row, you're entered to win however many rows you complete, a $25 Amazon gift card. So that is what's moving and shaking for this month. I hope that this was helpful. I want to encourage you just to maximize your time. And if you need help with that, reach out to me. You guys know that I am more than happy to work with you and figure out the ebbs and flows. I know that's going to look different for every person. But I hope that the ATM system excites you. It's been really exciting for me to share with people that way, and has simplified my life a lot. So with that said, before I kind of wrap things up and let y'all go, does anybody have any questions, comments, anything? If not, then that's cool too. But thanks for getting on here. And I'm going to post the recording to our team page for those of you that couldn't make it. And feel free to reach out if you need help with anything. And I'm excited about this month. So let's impact people and do great things, y'all. All right, friends, have a great night. Good to see you.